Y regresamos con la quinceañera de Ruby.
Keep it. Keep going.
Welcome back to Sad Boy Hour Podcast, episode number 2. We're joined here today by Armando.
What's up?
Marco.
Luis.
And Sour Boy Joe. For today's topic, we'll be starting off here with something a little bit controversial. Toilet paper, over or under?
When you mean over, it goes down like this, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Like the right way?
So like the wall's over here and it goes this way, right?
Yeah, so it goes.
So we're talking about the wall?
No, the toilet paper.
The wall.
Okay.
Like, how do you put the toilet paper? Do you put it where it's facing, where it's closest to the wall, where the toilet paper is reaching down?
That wall.
Do you put it towards the wall?
Okay.
Do you put it towards the wall, or do you put it
Like,
away
is
from
your roll?
I think it's like over.
It's over, right?
Yeah, it's over.
The correct way, right?
Yeah.
Really good point. Really good point. I agree with you on that one. And you know,
Same
it's
here.
exactly as Sour Joe was saying. Like, if you're not going over, what are you really doing with your life? Honestly, I feel like
Nothing.
You might as well not wipe. I mean, come on. Like,
Exactly.
What are you, an animal?
Right?
Like, animals don't wipe. That's kind of what.
I want to hear Joey on this. Good point.
Really good point. Exactly. Said. It's well said. If you're using your toilet paper under instead of over, you might as well be wiping with your right hand.
Pretty much.
You might as well be wiping your right hand because your handshake is gonna be jack shit.
The other day, I don't know what happened. It was like on Monday. I hurt my hand, so it was my thumb was hurting. I didn't like hit it or anything like that. It was just hurting out of no reason. And so, whenever I would do like the simplest of things, my hand would hurt. So it was weird. It was movements of my wrist that would affect my thumb, and it was hurting. And so this entire week it was hurting. And the weirdest thing is that it would hurt whenever I would wipe my ass. It was the most painful like thing to do. So I just like wipe my ass and I'd be like, oh. Like, it's just, I don't understand it. Like, why my thumb?
Why the thumb?
Yeah, why my thumb? Like, I didn't hit it for any reason whatsoever. And then it got, like, bigger than this one for some reason. And then,
It grew.
Yeah.
You bring up a really interesting point. I never realized I use my thumb to wipe my ass.
Well, I wasn't even thinking about that. I was, like, trying to not to use my thumb either way. Just because, like, I knew it was hurting. But, like, contact with, like, my hand itself, putting pressure on it, like, at an angle, hurt my thumb for some reason.
Joey?
Really good point.
Yeah.
Really good point.
I agree with him.
I agree with him.
It's a little offensive, but I mean, I don't know. I just...
Yeah, I wouldn't use that word, but yeah.
I think it was a little uncalled for. Just you need to calm down. See, this is why you're sour, boy.
He's the sour boy of the group.
So getting back on topic here today, like I said, toilet paper, we gotta go over. If it's under, honestly, if I were to go to someone's house and I see that the toilet paper is under the roll instead of over,
Correct it.
you can't correct it because it's not your house. That's just rude.
But it's the right thing to do.
But you have to bring it up to them.
Yeah, you'll be like, hey, I saw something that wasn't.
You
right
have
in your
two
bathroom.
options.
I'm
You have
gonna
two
correct it.
options. You let them know, or you walk out and you cut them off as a friend because you do not want a friend.
I would cut them off.
Like, see how we all had the over?
Yeah.
That's because the people that were under aren't, like, they're not our friends.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they're not here.
Exactly. I've had to cut up. I'd had to cut off a couple of people now. A good 4, 5, maybe 6.
If after
pushing,
you have to
that's
put
a bit-
like an
that's pushing it a
intervention,
bit.
if like you get attached to them at first, and you discover this later on, like you've been friends for years, but for some reason you never use their toilet ever, and then out of like a couple of years,
So what if you're
discover
dating?
something
What
new.
if you're dating a girl, and you've been with her for like, let's say a year, but then for the very first time she invites you to her house?
You're asking the
That's
wrong
what
question.
that's what I'm saying. Like even with friends, like you've like known them for the longest time, but then one day you go to their house and you see that the toilet paper.
So you just cut it off.
So you have an intervention first, and if they don't fix their situation right then and there, if they don't like after the intervention, they don't go running to their bathroom because they're so ashamed of the people that they were beforehand. Then I'm sorry. There's some things. I mean, you're trying to build a future with them. Like it's a relationship for a reason. It's a future. You're not going to teach your kids this. And even if you're not having kids, you don't want to live with an animal.
Shh. Let Joseph talk. Really good point. Really well said. Really well said. You're so versatile. But anyways, getting back to the point. One Wiping asses, yeah. Toilets, some toilets that shoot water up your ass. I'm not too fond of the idea of having things shot up my ass. But you know what? A little bit of squirt of water to clean it off, I'd take it. I'd take it, honestly. What are your thoughts on water being squirted up your ass?
I'm a little like conflicted about that because it would be really weird. But then like toilet paper, like there's like so many different like things that could go wrong with toilet paper. Maybe it's too thin. Maybe it like tears, like shreds apart. You know, maybe it's too fragile. Yeah. So like either it's not good enough, or you have to buy specifically. But if you're using someone else's toilet, you can't complain to them about what kind of toilet paper they use if they put it the right way. Other than that, that's the only thing. So it depends on what toilet paper is. But with that, there's water. You know, like it's not like different types of water.
And for me, I get the excitement of like, ooh, maybe you finger your ass a little bit, but for me, I think I'd rather prefer the cleanliness of water. I feel like with paper, you're kind of just wiping it all around. It's a little gross. With water though, squeaky clean. You can eat off of it. You know.
Do you think they add like some kind of like soap to it?
I would assume so. Some type of antibacterial. I have not. I would really like
to. But it's really popular in like Europe, isn't it?
It's really popular anywhere in the world besides the U.S. Really, except
maybe like rich people or something. Isn't it called loo? Is that what it's called, or what is it called?
What is the word for it? There's a specific word. It's what is the word? You know what? I can't think of the word right now. It does have a weird L word.
Because I think I've heard loo for it, but I think I also heard of a word with B. Yeah, that's the word. All right, yeah, that's the one. See, this is why we have Joseph in the group. He knows everything. He knows the proper dialect for.
So knowledgeable, really.
Like always. I always go with you for advice, honestly.
Yeah, he's like a walking dictionary.
Right?
Emphasis on the dick.
That made me uncomfortable.
Yeah. For sure. I don't know what he has to say about this.
Joseph, how do you feel about water being shut up your ass? You're right. You've definitely had worse things up there. No, good point. Nice. Armando, how do you feel about water being shut up your ass?
I'm not sure. I'm indifferent. Like,
you're indifferent?
I don't.
You like what? What are you talking about?
I just don't care.
Armando, did you know that 80% of men masturbate in the shower and the other 20% sing a song? Do you know what song that is?
Which one?
Now we know what kind of person you are, what kind of man you are.
I walked into that one.
You walked into you took it sitting down. Took it bent over, honestly.
Really spread your legs like spread butter on pancakes.
Do you guys sing in the shower?
No, I honestly don't sing at all.
I try to sing, but I can't.
I mean, like I'll sing like in car rides and stuff like that, but
you can actually sing though. I've heard you sing.
Marco can sing.
Yeah,
but Marco can do anything. He's the most talented man in the world.
I thought that was Joey.
Pretty horrible voice. No,
he's the most talented trash can in the world.
Oh, yeah.
Like Joey's like interesting because he's a great man, and he's like very knowledgeable about like everything. And like I don't know if you guys have noticed, but he knows a bunch of facts that are completely unrelated. It's like, why would you know that? But he knows things. You know?
You know what's incredible about Joseph? His opinions are always right.
Like what? What's your opinion on this? See what I mean?
Completely right.
This guy's a genius. Like,
Armando, get off your phone, please.
Hey. No, hold on. I need to reply.
Listen to Joseph, man. He just told you like it's 2 against 1, and I'm right now.
Get off your phone. If he wants me to get off the phone,
he just said what?
Wait,
don't ignore him. Take that thing out of your ear so you can hear him.
And I'd like to thank my sponsors today. Audible.com.
No, we're not sponsored by anyone.
Please beep that out.
Well, I'm not gonna bleep it out. But we're not sponsored by anyone.
Don't sue.
Don't sue. Okay.
Anyways, Armando has a really bad habit of being on his phone all the time.
It is a habit. I wouldn't say it's a bad habit.
It is a bad habit.
No, it is
because we're doing something here. What could be more important than us, Armando?
I'm saying
we should be your life.
I'm saying goodnight. It's like we're in the sad boy hours right now, literally.
Yeah, it's sad boy hours. So
Not thought hours.
Yeah, this is hours dedicated to us, Armando. Not your phone.
Not body hours.
Get your head in the game, Armando.
It's always in the game. You know
No, it's not. Clearly, it's not because you can't.
I said
put
good
your
night, man.
phone-
I was like, hey, good night. Seeing it's stressing
And I'd
out.
like to thank our sponsors, Crippling Depression, Home Depot.
We're not sponsored by anyone.
Joseph, you look kind of thirsty. You want some Gatorade, dude? There you go.
Nice.
They hit the spot.
Nice.
You gotta stay hydrated because very
Definitely.
important. It helps with your skin and losing weight and it's just good for you. It's just
You know what?
You don't get all those
Speaking
chemicals.
about skin and oranges, Donald
Oranges.
Trump. That dude's orange, right?
Nice. Oh yeah. So what happened this week?
So some pretty sad
Yeah.
news.
Okay. So first of all, raise your hand if you were born in the U.S. Raise your hand if you weren't.
I ain't get deported. I ain't saying shit.
I mean, you were at a rally.
I was when was this? On Tuesday.
Tuesday.
On Tuesday, I was protesting all day.
We were protesting all day. Okay, first of all, let's explain what happened. Okay, so DACA was taken away. DACA is deferred action to grant a work permit and a social to people that were not born in the U.S. that came here as children. Mm-hmm. Like, I was affected by it. Lisa was affected by it. You weren't affected by it.
A ton of people in our community were affected by it.
Yeah.
I feel like here where we live, there's just a huge immigrant community.
Yeah, for sure.
Huge. And not only here, but all over the world.
Yeah. Well, especially in the U.S. though, there's a lot. Like the US.
DACA is only for the U.S. So
Yeah, but you mean the
No,
immigrant
but
community
people
though?
coming from other places
Yeah.
here. Like the U.S. is usually known for like people coming into the U.S. because of like the whole dream thing. But
Yeah, for the American dream.
yeah,
and whatnot.
But this whole DACA thing, like being like wanting to be removed and being removed and all that is kind of like going against that whole American dream.
it's pretty bullshit. I feel like the American dream has never really been a thing.
It hasn't.
I feel like the American dream has only been a thing
For the
to
people who
wealthy
first
white
came.
people.
Yeah.
That's about it. If you're wealthy and white, hey, go ahead and take the American dream. If you're not, well, you're gonna get the shit end of the stick. You're gonna get fucked over where we can fuck you over. And yeah, keep believing in that American dream. Definitely, it'll come one day. I'm sure of it. No, man, this society is pretty stupid with the way it treats anything from the outside, really.
Yeah.
Anything that isn't a white male kind of gets the shitty end of the stick.
But so just about DACA, yeah, it got taken, or it's gonna get taken away. It's gonna end in 6 months, and it's just gonna be left to Congress to see what they're gonna do with it. And it's kind of scary. Scary for people that have DACA, and I don't know. It's just a scary thought of what might happen. When did it start? It started back in like 2012, right?
I don't remember right off the top of my head.
I believe so.
Back when our boy Obama
Yeah.
was back in office.
Yeah. And it was an executive order, so it could have been taken away anytime. It just happened that this week. It actually did happen.
And I mean, there's definitely high hopes. I think the biggest reason why DACA was removed was exactly because of that, because it was an executive order.
And because Obama made it. Obama issued it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, on Tuesday we were protesting. I had a class on Tuesday, so I actually did walk out. Then
I had work, walked out of work,
called in.
walked out of work, said I quit.
And they were like, I'll be there the last 4 hours.
Yep. Called into work, say I quit, I'm done. But expect me there in about 4 hours. I'll be coming in a little bit late. Some real. You know me, I gotta risk it for the
Stick it to the
biscuit.
man.
Gotta stick it to the man. Yeah, I was out there representing for what I believe, because DACA to me is a very important thing. Not only to me, but to the whole community. It's a very stupid idea to me to take away an education from someone who's trying to better the community. Like, you're taking an education away from a future doctor, future engineer, and for what? Just because they're an immigrant? Just because their parents brought them when they were a little kid?
Yeah.
And now what? You want to send them back to Mexico, Colombia, places where they've never even been.
Yeah.
And they would be contributing here. It's not like they're going to go and be a doctor like somewhere else. For
and
the
also,
most part, most people stay here.
Yeah,
and
no,
become
and,
doctors.
and also think about it. Like, the moment that, like, someone that just grew up here and goes to another country, that the education that you received here might not really count in your country, so you're kind of screwed. So, yeah, it is a scary thought, especially to us where, Luis and I are in college and trying to figure our lives out. Just thinking about that.
I've got my life figured out personally, but Armando over here trying to figure out his life. Anyways, it is a scary thought for me personally, just because I grew up here. I don't know shit about Mexico. I don't know what the states are. I don't know who the governor. I don't know who the.
I know the president.
Mayor. I don't even know who the president
No?
is. Man. I don't even know.
Peña Nieto. Sí.
I don't care. Is the whole point.
Yeah.
Like, I don't live there. I don't live there. I didn't grow up there. Like, why would I know or care? And it's a scary thought to be told, well, you're gonna go back there. And it's like, why should I did not grow up there? It's not. I don't know anything about the country.
Yeah, even like the currency is different. Like, all you would know is basically, I know Spanish. Like, what do I do?
I mean, yeah, you'll be fluent over there in Spanish. I mean, you know Spanish here, so
that'll definitely get me by. I know how to talk out of my ass. But regardless,
but what are you gonna do there? That's the thing.
Exactly, it's a scary thought because I'm here. I work. I contribute to the economy.
You pay taxes.
I pay a ton of taxes. I get taxed.
Yeah.
And you have like a job here already. You have your place here already. But if you go over there, it's like, I don't know if you have any family over there, but like, even like for people that don't have any family or anything over there, it's like they're gonna be sent to a place. They're basically gonna be homeless without a job. It's like you're taking absolutely everything. From them.
Yeah, and it's not as simple as, you know, hey, well, we're gonna deport you, but you can apply to come back over here legally. No, it's
a hard situation. It's a hard situation to be in. And like I said, I mean, I'm in college. I'm studying computer engineering. You know, shit that actually matters in society, really. And to be told like, hey, all of a sudden, you know how you had that education, that job. Yeah, no, you're not gonna have that anymore because you don't have this one document that says that you were born here. And it's bullshit because you grow up your entire life and you develop these skills and you become a basically just an ally to society, and to all of a sudden be told, well, you're not as good as all these other people because you don't have this document. It doesn't matter if you're qualified. It doesn't matter if you're skilled. Like, we don't care about that. You just weren't born here, so you're automatically disqualified to everything. And I feel like that's really the story of our lives. Really the story of our lives, because as kids, you don't really realize it. But once you start getting older, you start realizing that you get shut off.
There you go. That's where I wanted to go.
You get shut off from everything.
Like, as a kid, because I grew up here. Like, I was born in Mexico. I don't remember anything at all. I just know the city that I was born in. That was it. Okay. That's pretty much it. I don't remember like where I went to school there. If I graduated from like elementary or kindergarten, maybe, I don't know. But
I barely remember what I ate yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I don't remember about my life in Mexico. So that's the point. I grew up here. I grew accustomed to living here. And just like you said, like, growing up, you don't really realize that, hey, I'm an illegal immigrant until you grow up and doors just shut down for you. Yeah.
It's an awful feeling to grow up with. It's awful to grow up with the constant fact that no matter how hard you try, you're gonna get shut off somehow. I feel like, personally, to me, there were some good values to grow up with, because one of the values that I grew up with was that as long as you try really, really hard and you really, really want it, you can do anything in life. And I've personally seen that from my parents.
Yeah.
My parents came here. You can't even speak the language. They had nothing to their name, and somehow they've made it. They've succeeded. Mm-hmm. They've raised 2 kids in a country they don't even know anything about. Mm-hmm. To me, that's super impressive, and that's super inspiring. And I feel like I follow those exact same values where I do get shut down a lot. I do realize that I have to put in a lot more effort than a lot of other people. I do know that I have to work a lot harder than a lot of other people just to get to the same exact spot where they're at, and it's something that's hard to deal with, especially as a kid. But I'm definitely glad that I grew up in this immigrant community because that made me the person that I am today. I feel like I've become a really strong person because of it, and I feel like it's motivated me to always try as hard as I can, because I know that if I really want it hard enough and I really work for it hard enough, I can achieve anything in life.
Yeah.
No matter if I don't have some document that says that I'm born here or not.
Yeah, like I'm with you on all that. Just, but you always, especially now with this being taken away, you run to that risk, And you got to think about it. I think about it. I don't like thinking about it, but I do. Yeah, we have to work harder. Personally, like, I pay for my own college tuition. I have to pay for it. We can't get federal funding. We can't get financial aid. We have to rely on scholarships and paying for ourselves. And because I saw my parents, like, raise, because my parents raised me and my two older sisters when they got here, I saw them struggle. I saw them how my dad used to go to a community college just to learn English. Like, he didn't have a car. He rode a bike, like, every day just to learn English so he can find a job. So I saw how they struggled. And I thought that was going to be honestly thought that was going to be my life. Because, yeah, growing up, a lot of doors closed for me. But with DACA, like, once it was implemented, I was like, I have hope. Like, there is hope. Just gotta work really hard for it. And I think that hope being taken away is what hurts the most, Yeah. Just, that you're working right now. I'm working really hard to, try to get where I want to be. But I feel that with this, that might not really happen,
Yeah, it's pretty shitty.
Yeah.
Out of all the people that you could have fucked over, you decided to fuck over the students.
Yeah,
the future
the
of America.
students. That's the thing.
It's like, come on, man. Like, out of all of the people,
the kids that grew up here.
Yeah, dude. He got the criminals. He got the rapists, dude. Those students, the worst people,
of them all.
The worst of them all, dude. Definitely glad Trump's in power. Definitely glad.
Yeah. So because of that, on Tuesday, yeah, that's why I just felt like, yeah, I'm gonna walk out. I'm gonna. Protest. I don't protest. I'm not into that stuff, but now that I'm part of that community, I gotta do something, even if it's not a lot. I have to show my voice.
You and people friends, family, all that.
Like, it wasn't only that. Like, I know a couple, like, journalists. I want to be a journalist. I have a couple journalist friends, and because of that, like, anytime where I'm able to say something about DACA and just, like, share my story, I will. I got interviewed for an article that they're gonna write for one of Vice's websites, so I jumped on that right away. I was told, hey, they need a DACA recipient that's affected by this. I was like, hey, here's my information. You can use my full name. I don't care. But yeah, and I did an interview because in the end, it's about sharing your story and how it's gonna affect you.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like it's all about making the community aware, because it's not like we walk around with the sign up that says, hey, we're undocumented. Most people in the community don't know. They'll never know.
Yeah.
It's not like we're any different, and that's really the biggest thing. It's not like we are any different. Like, why does one paper change everything for us? And I think making the community really aware that immigrants are a huge part of society. I think people are scared when they hear the word immigrant, but because they just think that we're a menace. We're considered criminals. That's a shitty thing. That's a shitty thing to be called a criminal for not having a piece of paper to your name. It's a shitty feeling. Definitely a shitty feeling. And I think people don't really understand how badly the community would be affected by losing its immigrant community. It's definitely sad. It's definitely depressing. So I feel like for me, it was a huge deal to go and raise that awareness. Yeah. So I feel like that day for me, it was a huge deal for me to walk out and protest.
We were busy all day. Yeah. In UNM, high school, then back to UNM, and then to
Civic Plaza.
Yeah.
Yeah, protesting all day since like 10 in the morning to like
Yeah.
7.
No, dude, when that happened,
Insane.
so I knew when everything was gonna be announced. I took my laptop and I just like used it while I was in class, and I was just trying to pay attention to the lecture, but also having my laptop on the side and looking at Twitter and just every news feeds and everything. Once it got announced, I was like, I can't focus on this lecture anymore. But the walkout isn't until like 11, so I'm gonna write it out. And it was hard just to keep, focused on something that you're not really paying attention to, but you gotta pay attention to because you got a test on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So
it's pretty shitty. Marco, what are your thoughts?
I mean, like, it doesn't affect me personally, like, as in, like, it won't affect me going to school. Like, I'm going to school and it's not going to affect me so much, but, like, I mean, it's going to affect you guys, and, like, that's going to affect me overall just because, like, you guys are all my friends. Like, I have so many friends that are, like, facing the same situation, so it's, like, there's an incredible amount of people that are going through the same situation, so if, like, I was seeing somewhere that they might even try using like the DACA against students, that because you give all of your information to DACA, so once you're not protected anymore, they're going to use that information to like see where you live and like
where
all
you
this
work
stuff. Yeah, and so
that's
going to work against everyone, and so it's going to be like if they do decide to do anything about that, then everything's going to be completely different. Like all my friends aren't going to be here. Like it's just going to be really bad. I don't know. It's just going to be, it's the worst idea they could possibly come up with. It's just,
yeah, and again, it affects the students.
yeah.
The people that actually want to like do something and contribute to society.
Yep.
And people that are working for good.
Yeah.
And it's not like, it's not like they're not working hard for it, because clearly they are. Like with everything they've got, you guys are paying. You guys have to pay for DACA for like renewing it and all of that, and it's
every
like
2 years.
It's like you guys are paying for your like school funding, because I mean, like you guys said, you guys aren't getting any like government money for that to like support you guys. So it's like it's not like you guys aren't working your asses off, like trying to. You're working incredible hours just to afford it, and you're working your ass off at school because you want to do something with your life. It's like, how is that? Why would you target them out of all people?
Yeah, like both Luis and I are working full time. I'm going full time to school. You're going full time, right?
Sure.
Yeah, he's going full time as well. But I mean, we try to balance those two things out while still thinking about this, Yeah. Being insecure about our futures. Yeah. Because that's what it is. We're in limbo, basically.
Yeah. We really don't know what's going to happen. And I have pretty good hope. I think we've raised a lot of awareness. I feel like Congress, they'll do something. They'll have to do something here. I'm definitely hoping for the best. Definitely hoping for the best. We still have some time. 6 months is a long time to make a change.
March 5th.
So I feel like we just have to keep fighting. We just have to keep at it.
Yeah.
I feel like it's what we grew up with. We grew up with those values of like just work hard at it. You'll get what you want. I feel like this is no different.
Yeah.
We can't start giving up now. We can't start crying. We have to keep fighting. Can't we give up?
Yeah.
Because the moment we give up is the moment that we lose.
Yeah, for sure. Like for me, it was we can't really do a lot right now. We have to wait, but those that have it, have to keep going at it. Yeah. Keep working towards what you want to do. And also, if you are able to share your story and get more people aware of it, like do it. That's what I want to do from this point on. That's why if anyone wants to interview or whatever, I'll jump on it. Just get another voice out there. Exactly. Of the 1,000 voices that are already out there.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
it's all about making that change.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely is.
Like even people that they're not like it won't affect them personally. Like if it affects your friends and family, they should all still go and like try to do something about it. So that way, Congress and everyone sees how much people would actually affect, like not just the students themselves, but everyone around them. Like communities would be empty, man. Like it'd be so crazy. Like schools would be empty. Just like there'd be such a dramatic change, especially like here where we live right now. It's just like,
dude, the economy would go to shit. just think about how much money immigrants could, like, contribute to the economy, and how much they actually get back. It's not like immigrants can take advantage of like things like government programs where they get money back. It's not like they get any money back from their taxes
or social security or anything like that.
It's just stupid to think about taking all that money away from the government. It's just a terrible idea. That's trillions of dollars that we'd be losing out on.
Yeah, and like people still pay taxes. Not like undocumented people don't pay taxes or anything like that. It's dumb because they still do. Even if you're like going to like the grocery store or something, you're paying taxes even just for that. But you don't get anything like in return from that. It's not helping you in any way. Like there's, I don't know. It's dumb that they think that way. But like I don't even know. Like I feel like it's more of a personal thing. They like hate you for no reason whatsoever.
It really is. It's just ignorance, and it's sad to think that this ignorance is still in this world. The moment you think we get rid of it, something crazy happens, and you realize that the KKK is for some reason still a thing.
Yeah.
You realize that racism is still a thing.
Yeah.
Ignorance, bigotry. Oh my God, it's insane. It's insane because you really think that we've gotten rid of it, but I feel like we never really will.
Yeah, and I think all that started to like arise again after Trump won.
I agree.
Like for sure. I mean, it like they were hidden for sure when Obama was in office, but once Trump won.
Well, no, even when Obama was like president, there was so much protest just because of like his skin color. Like I don't know if you guys ever saw, but there was like so many people like putting up like they would make like dolls of Obama, like have him like hung and stuff, and like it was all over the place.
I remember seeing that a lot when he first became president.
Yeah, exactly. It was like,
but after,
like you didn't notice like before until he became president, and then like you were like, okay, maybe it's just like a couple people that are still there, maybe it's going down, but then like Trump became president, and it's like all of a sudden there's like so many people. It's like they were hiding the entire time. There was a few that were like going against Obama, but then once Trump became like president, it's just like absolutely all of them lost their shit.
Yeah, I think it kind of calmed down after Obama's second term.
Yeah, they weren't as intense because they already had him for like one. Like, one term.
I mean, they knew they were gonna have to keep up with him for another 4 years, and then just Trump came around, and boom, there it is again. Like,
and it's kind of crazy because like having like the first black president, you would think like, oh, you know, this is a great step, you know, like. Yeah, there are a few people that are like against it and stuff still, but you know, like the first black president, this is like a huge thing. Yeah. And then so Trump becomes president, and then like you're like, we're nowhere, nothing has actually changed. Like it made no difference, I guess. Like it's crazy.
I mean, ultimately, Obama did help a lot of people. It helped us. Even DACA, even if it was just an executive order. Yeah. Like, I honestly don't imagine being myself anywhere without DACA.
Yeah, me either.
Dude, I didn't have a job because I didn't want to use a fake social. I didn't want to do that because like, oh, I'm gonna get in trouble. I didn't want to do that. I just lived on music. I played music, and once I got DACA, like I looked for a job right away. I knew that I wanted to go to school and I needed to pay for it, so got a job, paid for school, and then just kept going at it. So, you know.
Like, even people that use fake socials, they still have to pay, like, taxes and stuff, like, for, like, tax returns. But they never get, like, I don't know, like, they don't get any social security benefits or anything like that from any of it. Yeah. So it's just, like...
If anything, your parents have to pay back taxes. They always owe on taxes.
Yeah. Like... And, like, for social security, all that money, like... If anything, they're being robbed because they're not actually like getting money back. They're paying it for nothing, but you know, but they're not complaining about it. I don't know why anyone complains to like, you know, undocumented people that, you know, are doing all these things, because if anything, you're actually like giving more money to like Social Security and all that. Even though Social Security is kind of screwed because of the whole baby boomers thing and all of that, but you know.
Yeah, we're in a really weird situation at the moment.
Really chaotic time.
Yeah.
But hey, on the bright side, there's going to be a new Samus game on the 15th.
Right? Are you excited?
Definitely excited. How about you, Sour Joe?
He's going to get it.
Yeah.
I think he's a little more... Yeah, he's a little more excited about Dragon Ball Fighters.
Honestly, so am I.
Really?
So am I. Dragon Ball Fighters is the only game I'm waiting for. I can I can
No.
die happy after it comes out.
There's actually one game that I really want to play. South Park.
Yeah,
I'm
The
gonna play
Fractured
Spider-Man.
Butthole.
I've been waiting for Spider-Man for so long.
South
Oh,
Park.
man, you don't understand how long I've been waiting for. I bought the PlayStation last year
For Spider-Man.
for Spider-Man.
But
Like, I bought it last year, dude. I've had it
But
for a
when they
year.
announced it, they
I
were
like-
like, "Hey, this game is not going to come
I know,
out
but
this year. Maybe not
that's-
next year. Maybe
that's how you
next,
know.
but
That's
one
how
after."
bad you know I want to play this game. And did you see like the game? Like,
I mean, it looks really cool.
it
But
looks amazing, dude. Like,
I
Spider-Man's
feel
so
like
cool.
I can't get too hyped up anymore.
Why?
I bought a Nintendo Switch just to play Breath of the Wild. I played it and I
hey,
got bored.
I'm with you on that.
But you get bored of like every game, dude.
Yeah, that's not true. That's not true.
Like, cause what you got like, what is it? Was it Far Cry 3 or something like that? You were like, dude, this is gonna be so amazing, and then like, you never finished it. Like, Witcher as well. You're like, dude, it's so pretty, it's so nice, and then like, you tried playing it like 5 different times and never
Yeah.
finished it once.
I have a habit of.
I feel
beating
guilty
video
for
games.
not beating Zelda, Breath of the Wild.
I don't feel guilty.
I
The game
feel
bored me.
super guilty. No, because I love Zelda.
Me too. I feel like that's exactly why I'm not afraid to dislike it. I feel like everyone is on the same boat of, hey, it's Zelda. It's supposed to be amazing. Hey, it's Nintendo. It's supposed to be amazing. I feel like I don't want to fall into that trap where I immediately assume it's going to be good just because it's Zelda, because Nintendo. I feel like I had some really problems with the games. The game just straight up just bored me. It just felt like a bunch of filler.
Yeah, I don't think
I-
it's that. I think
I
it's
get it,
because
though.
there's you can literally do anything you want, but that's not how Zelda is, or usually is.
I get it. I'm not even just like comparing it to other Zeldas. Like a game as a like as a whole game, like I get it. I get why it's good. But to me personally, I get
It's
the
not your
whole
cup of
idea. Yeah, it's not my cup of tea. I get the whole idea of immersion. It's like, hey, if you're gonna go into the desert, and it's night, it's gonna be cold, so you need to take a potion so that you're not cold and you freeze to death. To me,
That
it
was, like,
just
so
feels like a
much.
bunch of filler. It's like, let me just get to the damn dungeon so I can play. It's like, why do I have to go over there, figure that out, walk all the way back, backtrack for like 30 minutes just to find some stupid ass pepper and eat it, and then so I can go into the desert? Like, it just, to me, it just sounds like a bunch of filler. Like, I get it. Oh man, it's so immersive, but it's like it's a video game. I'm not looking for it to be realistic. I just want to enjoy it.
I don't think
And to me,
I don't think it's about being realistic though. I think that game was pushing more towards the first Zelda, where you could literally go anywhere and do your
I can
exact
see that.
things.
I can see that.
'Cause you
But
could-
like I said, like not even comparing it to other Zelda games, like this game, it really
But-
did bore me. It's a bunch of go do this, but you have to go run around and pick up all these stuff.
And
And then
keep
you
in
go
mind,
into,
though,
like
all
tiny
that-
side quests.
But keep in mind though, all those things are optional. You can literally go to the final boss at the beginning of the game. After you get off the Grand Plateau, you can go, but you're gonna die.
But see, I get it. I get it. I
See?
get it. No. I really do get it. I get it. And to a lot of people, that's really cool.
I think it's
Me,
cool, but I won't
personally,
do it.
I don't care. It's like, tell me a story, man. I don't
Yeah.
want. I don't want the story to be me picking chilies to go travel somewhere. I want the story to be something like actually that actually
Speaking of
catches
stories,
my attention.
You're playing Majora's Mask, right?
I am playing
I
Majora's Mask.
love that game, man.
This is the first time I've been playing it, and I love it. I actually liked it more than Ocarina of Time.
I like it more than Ocarina.
Yeah, I actually like it more than Ocarina of Time. You should play it someday.
I've never played Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask, but
They're
definitely,
both-
I know I should play them. I just haven't. The only ones I've played are Twilight Princess
I don't
and
like
what was it? Wind Waker.
Wind Waker. I love
Yeah.
Wind Waker.
That one, I love it too. It's like so pretty, man. It's like
It is really
I
pretty.
really love the colors, and I feel like it
is
makes it so
pretty.
much more fun just because like everything's so like cheery. Like, don't get me wrong, I love like Twilight Princess so much because like it was so cool. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, Link looked badass, but I feel like Wind Waker was more fun because it was, I don't know, more adventure-y, I guess.
Mhm.
But this like Twilight Princess was good because it was like more serious.
Mhm.
You know, like Toon Link is like you know, it's a cartoon, like he's like
Yeah.
supposed to be fun, but
I think he's the
Twilight
best Link
Princess is-
just because he shows a lot more emotion.
My favorite Legend of Zelda is Twilight Princess just because I grew up with it. That's the only reason it's my favorite. I feel like to me, like the Link from Twilight Princess will always be my interpretation of Link. Like that is Link. You know what I mean?
well, yeah, I view it that way too because
It's like people
Toon
that grew
Link
up
is
with.
Toon Link, not Link. You know what I mean?
But he's Link.
Yeah,
but it's like
he's Toon
but it's
Link.
like people that grew up with a Nintendo 64 and they played Ocarina of Time. Their Zelda game is Ocarina of Time.
Well, no, the first one that I played was actually Wind Waker. But when I think of Link, I think of Twilight Princess Link.
Mine was the first Zelda.
The first Legend of Zelda I played was A Link to the Past.
Well, actually, yeah, that's one I played first. But
Link to the Past is pretty good.
One of my favorite games ever, actually from Zelda, is A Link Between Worlds. That is one of my favorite Zelda games ever.
Oh yeah, I love it. So good. Yeah, I love it.
It is so good. It's basically A Link to the Past, but new.
It's a sequel, actually. So
yeah.
So it is A Link to the
literally
Past.
Literally A Link to the Past.
Yeah.
New. That is literally one of my favorite Legend of Zeldas. If I were to rank my favorite Legend of Zelda, it would be number 1, Twilight Princess, and then number 2.
Pick 3.
If it were to be 3, number 1 would be Twilight Princess. Number 2 would be A Link Between Worlds, and 3 would be Majora's Mask.
Really?
Yeah.
Mine. Oh my god, it's hard. I'll give it number 1 would be Majora's Mask. I love that game. Like if you play the through all the side quests, everything, that game is basically a side quest. You can do this.
It really is.
There's a lot of side quests, and if you actually do all of them, it's actually really fun.
You know what? I usually hate games that have timers. Like this game, you have 3 days to do everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I hate games that have timers so much.
But I
this
love
one
it.
Just plays it off perfectly.
But that's because on every day, different stuff happens.
Yeah.
And if you actually follow side quests day by day, you can actually see it progress. And that's how it tells its stories, and that's why it's really cool.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of stories revolving around it that you get to pick and choose which ones you want to do, instead of going through the main game and going, okay, maybe I'll do the side quest later on. Mm-hmm. That's why I love Majora's Mask. Yeah. And it also deals with death.
It's so dark.
Yeah.
And creepy.
They know they're gonna die.
Yeah.
And you can see on the 3rd day where everyone's gone, and people are there in the town. They're all like,
spoilers.
We're gonna die. So that's why I love it.
So
you
ruined it for me.
So Majora's Mask, Wind Waker, love the Wind Waker, and A Link Between Worlds.
You know what? I'm not too fond of Wind Waker.
I really like it.
I actually did not get through Wind Waker. I don't know what it was. Personally, I was just like, I like Twilight Princess better. I have no real rhyme or reason for it.
Like I've only played 3 of the games. Well, it's the Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, and The Link Between Worlds. And A Link Between Worlds, I never finished. That game was so hard, dude. Like I was trying to I started playing it I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, maybe, and I never finished it. It was just so hard. It's a lot harder than Twilight Princess or Wind Waker by far. Yeah. I was like, what? I don't know, because that one, I guess, because older games are more puzzle, solve kind of thing, and these ones are more fighting, looking cool kind of thing. You know?
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a whole different style of games. They're both still fun though. I like them both.
Legend of Zelda always have a special place in my heart.
Yeah. I wonder what Joey thinks.
His opinion is trash, so it doesn't matter.
True.
Literally.
Yeah.
I know. I personally think Breath of the Wild is a really good game. I just personally did not enjoy it. And I feel like I'm kind of the only person that's...
No, you're not alone. I like it, but I don't really want to play it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Boring. I feel like I don't have enough time to really immerse myself.
I think it's
games.
that. I think it's that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a... You think it's a bad game? You just don't have the time to do everything that you want.
You're impatient.
Yeah, I am impatient as well.
I am really impatient.
So
I don't have time.
Oh,
I don't have an
But
hour.
even if you had time, I feel like you still would get impatient a little bit.
It's actually so I can dedicate time to games if they really immerse me. Mm-hmm. I beat Resident Evil 7 in 1 day. I love that.
But that's
game.
That's
incredible.
7-hour game.
It's a 7-hour game.
I mean, but that Zelda game is 80 hours.
But here's the thing, though. I played it all through one sitting. Breath of the Wild.
I can't play
more than 1 hour.
Yeah,
I get bored. I
get
bored of it.
Yeah,
I get bored. It's so mundane.
Yeah.
It really is, and nothing happens. I get the idea of you make your own stories. It's like, hey, I did this, and I fought this, and I found this. But it's like, I don't care about my own story. Like, tell me a good story. That's all I want to know. Mm-hmm. And Resident Evil 7 was one of my favorite games this year. It's actually kind of insane. I did not expect that.
I think it all comes down to time. It's the time that we don't have to dedicate the time to those games, mm-hmm. or like I was telling you guys last week about a movie. Like whenever I watch a movie, I feel like I'm wasting time. Mm-hmm. I can't dedicate those 2 hours.
That's how I would feel with Breath of the Wild, because I would spend 1-2 hours, nothing would happen, and it's like I don't have time. I don't have time for this. Yeah. I don't have 80 hours to put into this story.
It's all time.
It's just I just don't have the time for it. Or I play my game in short bursts. So for me to play 30 hours of Breath of the Wild means that I just run out for 30 minutes and I don't do anything to progress the story. So.
Yeah. And it just comes down to time. We don't have a lot.
We don't have a lot.
I feel like I haven't really played a lot of new video games. Dude, I've been like trying to be like Ratchet and Clank, which I started like a year ago.
Dude, I'm lucky that I managed to finish Persona like 100 hours.
I did not get through Persona. And Persona was also one of my favorite games.
And I like breezed through it just because on the days that I had off, I wasn't doing anything. I was just like, okay, I did my work for school. I have the day off. I'm just gonna play Persona, and that's what I did. Just played Persona when I got home from work. Played Persona for a bit, just like slowly progressed. But it took me a while. It took me like 2 months.
One of the issues that I have is that I tend to overwhelm myself.
Yeah.
Steam has amazing deals. And I'll buy a game, dude. And then, so what I did not too long ago, it's awful. I hate it. I really wanted to play Max Payne 3. But I was like, you know what? I want to play the first ones. So I bought Max Payne 1 and 2. I played 1. I almost beat 1. I actually really love Max Payne 1. And it's not that I got bored of it or anything. I almost beat Max Payne 1. I have not played 2 yet. I have not even opened the game. Just installed it. And then I not seriously started playing Max Payne 3. But then I went to Walmart to buy some gummies, and I ended up walking out with the Nintendo 3DS. So now I have not even played Max Payne 3. I haven't beaten Max Payne 1, and I haven't even started 2.
See, I don't buy games anymore, just because I know I'm not gonna play them.
Steam tempts you. Steam tempts you. It's like, hey.
Oh, well, I don't use Steam.
I'm not too tempted with Steam either way.
Dude, you guys don't understand though. You guys don't understand. It's like, hey, here's this game. It's normally $30, $5, all yours.
Well,
so tempting, because it's like, ooh, I always wanted to play this game.
I mean, like I use Steam like just for like normal games, but I feel like I don't really find the interest all that much as you do. I feel like just because like you have like problems. This is an intervention.
Don't buy anything on an impulse.
I am a very, very impulsive person. I'm the most impulsive person I know. I do. So I have.
Yeah. I'll second that.
I'll do everything based off of gut feelings.
Like it's not even just games. Like
in life, life in general. And you know what? I'm cool with it. I'm honestly cool with it.
Like it's like I feel like it's manageable for you everywhere else except games. Like there's where you like lose control. Like everywhere else, like you'll do something, but it's like reasonable. But then with games, it's like I'm gonna buy all of these and then never play them.
Okay, I'm gonna put myself on the spot here and say that even with life, I don't do things that are reasonable.
I feel like for the most part, you do though.
I buy a plane ticket to New York because it was cheap and never even went. That's $300 down the drain.
And that was all in my. You could have paid different. You could have paid like $50 more, and you could have got those $300.
Those $50 for $50, man.
But you could have gotten all that refunded though.
That was really just like an impulse thing. It was like,
but that's right a completely different situation though. That's different.
Yeah,
and I feel like all throughout life,
it was an impulse.
I'm exactly like that though. It's like, hey, here's the opportunity. Let's fucking go for it. Think about the consequences later.
And I feel like it's a little bit different because like you're like that's different, but like whenever you're impulsive normally, it's more like you go to the store to buy like jeans and you come out with the shirt, but it's like reasonable because you like eventually you're gonna need a shirt regardless, like because like you hadn't thought about it yet, but you actually needed a shirt like later on. And like that one time where you went for like a jacket and you actually got the jeans that you wanted.
Yeah.
But then, like, you know, so like it worked out. That was like not too long ago after you needed the jeans but bought the shirt. So it's like it worked out regardless. So that's why I feel like
together, but you did.
Like in situations like that, except for the DS, that's the only time where I'm like, that's completely not reasonable.
No, that is the most reasonable purchase I've ever made. I have enjoyed the Nintendo 3DS so much.
You're welcome.
Which reminds me, I had the best goddamn gummies today that I have ever had in my entire life.
From where?
What is it called? It's like, what is it? Lolly and Pops? That's what it's called.
Or is that in the malls?
It's close to the mall. So some lady was handing out
like samples,
free samples.
Mm-hmm.
Most amazing most amazing gummy bears that I've ever tasted in my entire life. Dude.
Tasted a teddy bear?
I tasted a teddy bear. I've tasted a teddy bear. So most amazing gummy bears I've ever had in my life. I looked for that shop and I couldn't find it. I was really disappointed.
Damn.
Can't you just like search it?
I could, but I didn't. I didn't have signal in the mall.
Oh, speaking about food, so at work they had a potluck. We had a potluck, and
Joseph, be quiet, jeez.
Yeah, and there's this dude from Argentina that works with me, and he took like empanadas.
Dude, empanadas are good.
Empanadas,
like, are they like food ones?
Yeah,
or
yeah,
they,
no, like the food, like
with
no,
they have like they have like
good, dude.
I don't know, like meat inside.
Okay, because you know how there's empanadas where it's like dessert.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
or, like,
it's not those type of empanadas.
Okay, so it's like food.
Yeah.
Food.
Oh my god, dude,
Amazing.
They were amazing.
Yeah.
Like holy hell. Like he told me that his parents run they work at a restaurant like here in Albuquerque. So he gave me the name, so I'm like, yeah, gotta try it out again.
I feel like I need to try like more like food places that are like not like mainstream, like because like you find like these like really good food truck places. Like there's this one like place at Isleta that has like some really good burgers, and it has like La Pulga.
Yeah.
La Pulga. That's what it's called.
Amazing.
And
We should go to La Burrera.
they have like this really good like jalapeno sauce. It's so good. Like I really like it. The burgers are pretty good. And there's like that one. What is it called? Is it Wacala Burger or something like that?
Oh, dude,
that place is good.
Is it
Huge burger?
No, I don't want it.
Dude, it's amazing.
Dude, it's good. Like at first it sounds really weird, but no, it's really good.
Really?
Yeah, it's
I've seen them, man. I'm like,
they're good.
They don't. I can see why they don't look very appealing.
No,
they're huge.
No,
And
they don't
have,
look
like,
very
everything.
appealing at all, man.
No, dude, they're actually really good.
Dude, Mexican burgers are amazing. Mexican burgers are the best goddamn burgers I've
Mexican
ever had.
burgers?
Mexican burgers.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Mexican burgers. I feel like I'm very mainstream personally. You can feed me pizza for the rest of my life and I'll be happy.
I can see that.
Personally, I'm a man with basic needs. What can I say?
You're a basic man.
I'm a basic man.
No, but I want to try like different places just because I feel like I don't try like enough things enough, because you might discover like some really great places, and it's not just like I don't know, it's not just like specifically like burgers or anything like that. I feel like even with like coffee or you know, like you just I don't know, going to different places for different things. I want like even with like bands and stuff too. I want to try like listening to bands that are like smaller and stuff, just because like whenever I went to Meow Wolf, I heard a Snail Mail. I heard Snail Mail playing because I went with a friend just to like go with her because she didn't have anyone else to go with, and I heard Snail Mail. I love them so much now. Like they're so great, but I've never heard of them before, and they're still, like such a small band. Yeah, but like now I'm like, man, like I want to see them again. Like they're good. And I want to do that more often with pretty much everything.
Yeah, I want to try out more stuff. I don't know. I feel that I've lived all my life here in Albuquerque, but I don't really know a lot about it.
Same here. We never know what's going on.
Yeah,
We never know what's going on.
Yeah, but that's the cool thing about like roaming around at times though. Like you're just like downtown at the plaza or something.
But even
no reason.
downtown,
you just like
man.
walk down and you're like, there's like an event going on. It's like, oh shit, there's like handing out free stuff, or like that one time that they had like the little ski ring or whatever. Like it's like a fake one, but like either way, like it's pretty cool. Like to have it like around Christmas and stuff.
Yeah.
Like now you know that like for like whenever you want to like just hang out somewhere, you have that in mind.
Honestly, I really like downtown, not during the night. I prefer to go there.
It can get a little sketchy during. It's sketchy all the time. Albuquerque is just a sketchy
I like
place.
it during the night because I feel like during the day there's more sketchy people.
I can see that.
Well, like that dude that was walking.
There's a guy who beat us up.
Oh,
He
yeah.
asked us if we were Pisces.
Oh, see.
We didn't respond.
He was like, "Are you guys a Pisces? You're a Pisces."
He said that he was the king of them.
Yeah.
The king or the leader.
Yeah, he's like, "You need to talk to your Pisces."
I don't know what he meant.
Yeah. He was just following us.
Yeah, a little sketchy.
It's pretty funny.
But hey, I didn't die. A little disappointed. Kind of wanted to, but I didn't die.
Do you guys ever see Shia LaBeouf when he was here?
I did not.
I didn't.
I saw the
right now.
No, I don't know.
I saw
he
his
was
gathering.
He was in downtown.
He
Yes.
had a camera up with the wall that said "He will not divide us."
Yeah.
And then there's people there. The only thing that I saw was the man drinking a jug of milk, straight up, just a jug of milk. Really weird. Holy fuck! I feel like I'm dying.
Probably because you haven't eaten anything today.
I didn't eat anything.
We should go to food truck.
We should go to the food truck. I
Yeah.
might have to I might have to use Joseph here in a bit. Look,
Joseph's always being used, man. Why can't you ever get a break, man? Huh? Why does everyone just use you in whatever way they do?
It's almost coming up in the hour. Want to wrap it up?
I'd like to thank our sponsors today.
No sponsors.
Look at
Joseph.
this cool setup.
Yeah. So
I'd like to
okay.
say
Oh yeah. So
thank you to my mom. Hi, mom.
Yeah. Thank you to our parents.
Thank you for birthing me.
Yeah.
That's great.
By the way,
Thank you.
for this, so it looks like on every episode we're gonna have a different setup,
It's not like
different
Armando
props.
doesn't have anything that not to use.
Shout
That's-
out to my boy Drake.
He's. Oh, I don't even know where the picture went.
Shout out to people
I lost
watching
it.
this.
I lost the picture, man.
Shout out to sad people out there. Sad boys, sad girls. Hours.
Sad boy. Shout out to the hours.
Yeah, shout out to the hours, man. They make up your day.
Shout out to my watch, and shout out to the sidewalk for keeping me off the streets.
I was gonna go there too.
I like that one. I like that one.
That was awkward.
I know. I do that on purpose.
I'm
though,
so glad
way you'd
that
be
we
the
have it on
awkward.
on the video. I'm so glad. But yeah, this has been fun. It was a fun episode where we talk about what? Toilet paper? No, we talked about
in the shower.
toilet
And
paper,
squirting shit out
DACA.
glasses.
Yeah, DACA and
Doesn't this microphone look really weird? That looks like a penis.
I have one of those.
a mic.
A microphone that looks like a penis?
I have a penis that looks like a microphone.
Oh shit, dude. It's amazing.
I think we need. I think I'm gonna need to get the other mics to work somehow.
Why? Because now you're gonna only think about it is penis. every time
No,
you
I
see it.
mean no, because I think we need more mics.
You think so?
Yeah,
I feel like this is fine. Like, unless we were like spread out that way.
yeah,
No.
and maybe a bigger table.
Shout out to Jesus.
Oh, to Jesus.
JC,
JC.
our
That's
boy
my
JC.
That's my
yeah.
boy.
Our homeboy.
JC.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Shout out to Joseph for joining us tonight.
Yeah, thank you, Joseph.
He's
I
feeling
really-
a little
I
under
really-
the weather, so
Yeah, I really like this input on DACA.
Yeah, he had a bunch of great, really great points tonight. I feel like he added a lot to this conversation, and
For
this
sure.
podcast would be a lot different without him. It really would be.
Yeah,
It really would be. I'm personally really thankful to have him on board. He's helped me out through a lot.
he's
like
a
I
real
say-
trooper. I mean, he's been feeling like a little bit sick, so like he was just like, hey, man, I don't know if I could go. My voice is a little scratchy, but
he
I'm glad he came because like all the
pulled
things
through.
that he said, like all the great, like oh man, like
This man is the most inspirational man
he
I've
made
ever
this.
had in my life.
He made this podcast, honestly.
Honestly.
He is the podcast.
Yeah,
Honestly.
he is the podcast.
He is the
He's
sad
a lot
boy.
of things. He's a lot of things.
He's a lot of things, but the one thing he's not. Lost my train of thought. I am about to throw up. Anyways, thank you for joining us tonight.
All right. Peace. Goodbye.